If you can't control your lust, you will never, ever control your life. When hours of your life every day are focused on watching porn, jacking off, and thinking about the woman you've got a crush on OnlyFans, you will never be able to level yourself up and achieve your ambitious goals. You watch these self-improvement videos because you want to holistically improve yourself. You want to improve every single part of your life. You want to be jacked. You want to be rich. You want a happy family. Too bad. Because if you don't become sexually disciplined and you're able to control your urges, you will remain weak, lazy, and hate your life. A man who's a slave to his lust and his instant gratification at the cost of ruining his future life is a loser. However, the man who can conquer his lust can conquer anything and achieve any goal. The truth is, modern men are addicted. Most men spend hours every week on porn, scrolling on NSFW, Instagram accounts, and on OnlyFans. And it feels good when they're doing it. They get that quick dopamine hit that makes them feel amazing for a few seconds. However, as soon as they're finished, they get that instant post-nut clarity and they feel like shit. They feel like a bitch who's just wasted another day blowing their potential away into a tissue. And the worst thing is that these men know that this is bad for them. They don't need anyone to tell them that it's bad. You don't need me to tell you that you hate that you're addicted to this horrible habit. Every time you do it, you feel that guilt, that shame, that regret, that feeling that you're ruining your life every single time you relapse. You want to be better, to be mentally stronger, to be more disciplined, but you just can't stop relapsing. And that's because porn and sexual content, it literally rewires your brain to crave watching it more. The more you watch porn, the urge to watch more porn goes up, and the motivation and discipline you have collapses and goes way down. Your brain literally becomes trained to chase that fantasy that 10 out of 10 blonde woman on your screen is into you and wants you. And now you're focused on that woman on the screen so much that you can't even speak to women in real life. Just think about when you're watching porn. You're watching like a cuckold as a guy fucks a woman that you want. You're emasculating yourself. You're castrating yourself when you watch porn. A man who cannot control his desires and his impulses becomes a slave that no one respects. When someone sees that you're a coomer who's addicted to porn, no one is going to respect you. You won't even be able to respect yourself. When you look in the mirror, all you see is a guy who's addicted to porn. However, you can change that by becoming a disciplined man. Your life quality depends on the things that you focus your brain and your time on. Weak men focus on women. Women focus on strong masculine men who have achieved everything that you want. But the strong masculine men are focused on their mission and purpose. The powerful men who you look up to, who you want to be more like, they don't chase women because they're chasing their meaningful purpose. They're chasing this challenging thing that's really, really hard to get, that they had to put all their work and all their time into. However, it gives their life meaning. Sexually disciplined masculine men, they don't waste their mornings lying in bed. They don't waste hours on TikTok or going Pornhub every day. Instead, they're training hard every day. They're putting in the work to build a business. They're reading books. They're going on runs. They're working hard to dominate and be better than every other man. Life is a race and every man is on the track running. At the finish line is the dream girl, the dream body, the dream house, the dream car, the dream life you want to live, where you have ultimate freedom. But here's the harsh truth. If you're slow, another man will overtake you and beat you to it. And he'll take the girl, the house, and the freedom that you wanted. He'll live the life that you dreamed of and he won't give a fuck about you. And if you want to win that race of life, you cannot allow yourself to live a life where you're constantly being distracted by porn, girls on TikTok, or even women that you meet in real life but you know are low quality and you never want to marry. When you waste your time every day on these things, you're slowing down in the race and allowing sexually disciplined men who are capable of saying no to porn or sleeping with low quality women to overtake you and live the life that you want with the girl that you want. The women that you desire, the wife quality girl, will want a disciplined, hardworking man who's able to reject temptation. So if you want that dream life with that dream woman, you need to become sexually disciplined. So you're not just constantly, every time you're winning the race and putting in the work, you're constantly every day just turning around, stopping, and then letting some other person run past you. Trying to become sexually disciplined is not hard physically. It's not like going to the gym or going on a run. It's not something that's physically hard. Instead, it's mentally and spiritually hard. It's like when you're going on a cut. It's not physically hard to eat less food. However, it's mentally hard because you have to push down the urges to eat that tasty food. And the reason why it's mentally and spiritually hard is because lust is one of the greatest weapons to destroy you. It makes you weak, distracted, easy to control, and you become so addicted with instant gratification that you can never become masculine. But you weren't born on this earth to just be a slave to lust. Instead, you were born to be strong, disciplined, to become a leader, to achieve your goals. And the sooner you break free from the trap of lust, the sooner you can become the man that you want to become, along with being able to achieve your mission and create a better life for you and your future family. But how do you actually stop becoming obsessed with it and become sexually disciplined? I'll give you a little secret here. You can't jack off or watch porn if your brain doesn't tell your hand to do. If it doesn't tell your hand to go on your laptop and search www.pornhub.com. If you don't do that, if you can control your hand and stop it from doing that, you'll become sexually disciplined. That's one of the things. It's so easy to physically stop it because all you have to do is just not do it. But the real trick is in making you mentally and spiritually strong enough to reject that temptation and say no. Even though you may realize that watching porn and consuming all this garbage, it's bad for you. It's ruining your life, ruining your mental health. It means that you can't even speak to a woman in real life. However, your brain doesn't know that. Your brain knows that, oh, when I do this, it makes me feel good for a few seconds, so I'm going to do it more. You cannot always trust your brain because your brain is retarded sometimes. You cannot trust it. Because your brain will always come up with these excuses. When you're scrolling on social media and you see a hot girl, your brain will immediately go, well, I could just go on her profile for a little bit. And then after that, you go, oh, well, one more time won't hurt. Like, it's only going to be once. It'll be over in like 10 minutes and I'll be cleaned up and be back to work. You cannot trust your brain. Don't allow your brain to convince you that you can ease off into it by only doing it 1 day per week or slowly, progressively underloading your masturbation. Instead, just say no to it entirely. Don't ease yourself off of it. Just go cold turkey and never do it again. Remove the things that cause you to have those temptations. This could be when you're scrolling Instagram and you come across a bikini picture or anything. Remove the temptations by stop using those apps or at least unfollowing those girls on social media. Don't say to yourself that you'll be able to control yourself to stop anytime so that you can keep on following her. Destroy that temptation. Just end it at the source and it'll be so much easier to not relapse because you don't have that temptation that's forcing you to do it. Now, I want you to ask yourself, when are you most likely to relapse? Is it going to be when you're out and about, when you're in the gym, when you're on a walk? Or is it going to be when you're bored, lying in bed with nothing else to do? When you have nothing else to do or you're procrastinating, you're going to be 10 times more likely to give in and watch porn. And the way you do this is you replace that free time where you're doing nothing with spending that time working hard to achieve a mission and improve yourself. Instead of spending hours scrolling on TikTok, watching half-naked girls dance, spend hours at the gym every day, reading, building, and creating something meaningful. When you start working hard to fulfill your mission, something hard, something challenging, those urges to relapse will go down by so much. Now, if you're a Christian, literally just pray to God and ask for His strength in fighting those urges. If you have the urge to relapse, just get out of bed, leave your room, go put some cold water in your face, go for a short walk, and I guarantee you those urges will have decreased significantly by so much. Now, if you can stop giving in to your urges and you can become sexually disciplined, you can finally become a man who works hard, who you can respect when you look in the mirror, who has a masculine energy wherever he goes, whether it's a gym, a business meeting, a bar. If you can lock in and become disciplined, you can build an empire. You can improve yourself to build an empire that attracts a feminine, beautiful woman who you can start a family with. Or you can throw all of that away just so you can keep cooming and you can feel good for a few minutes every day. It's your choice. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you got value from it, please like the video and subscribe to the Unlimited Power channel. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.